What's up, everybody? Kong Spideyzilla back with another video, and today I'm gonna bring you two videos today. They're not gonna be in the same video. I'm actually gonna do two uploads a day this time, this one certain day. So, because I was originally gonna make another collection video about another one of my favorite characters. I do have a lot of favorite characters. Let's be fair. But I was gonna do another collection video, but then this guy came in today, so we got a little surprise here. Now, I feel like this guy is adorable, and I feel like he needs his own unboxing video. And it has been a while since I've done an unboxing video, so I feel like this guy is worthy of it. So, you guys gonna take a guess who it is? Who it is? Who is it? It's... You could probably tell who he is from the back, but I want to, build the suspension up a little more. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and get this guy unboxed. Now, this is going to be a pretty short video. It's going to be a shorter one. So, it's going to be it's good because I want it to be a breath of fresh air, because I make a lot of long videos. I don't want to drag the videos out. So, here we go. Alright, let's get to the unboxing. Alright, here he is. You guys ready? You guys ready for this? Yes, it's the Bandai Movie Monster Series Little Godzilla. So, I finally have a Son of Godzilla, a Godzilla Jr. or Baby Little Godzilla. This dude goes by many names. However you want to call him. I finally have a Son of Godzilla figure in my collection. Now, it doesn't matter who it is. Minya/Manila, the Son of Godzilla from the Heisei series, Baby Godzilla, Little Godzilla, or Godzilla Jr. It doesn't matter. It's the Son of Godzilla to me. So, yep. Although, honestly, in my opinion, this is the best Son of Godzilla. But, okay. So, nothing against Minion, no offense. Yeah, but I think this is the best incarnation of Godzilla's son. The Heisei series, from Baby Godzilla to Little Godzilla, who was the one you're seeing right now, and of course Godzilla Jr. From Godzilla vs. Destroyer. The best the son of Godzilla's ever looked is in Godzilla vs. Destroyer, but we also like him in his adorableness as Baby Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the Heisei one, and of course Little Godzilla in Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. So here he is. We got the tag. Because I use my figures, okay, I don't just collect the figures, I use them for videos and that stuff, so I normally take the tag off, so I might take it off, so, yeah, but don't worry, guys, I'm not, although, I pretty much am a collector, but, but, the thing is, I use these figures for videos. I use them for action sequences and all that stuff. So I normally don't keep the tag on them. I collect the tag itself. So, all right. So, let me overuse of the word. So, my goodness. I'm gonna. All right. I'll cut to you guys in a second. I'll get back to you guys in a second. So, got the tag off. All right. So now we have another Godzilla Bandai Movie Monster Series tag to add to my collection. Very nice. And of course, I got this guy off of Amazon. Well, my mom got him for me. So, and I do have another figure coming in, and it's the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 1994. Now, little story about that guy. I was originally going to get, before this guy existed, or the 1994 Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla came out, before him and this guy came out, this little guy, adorable guy came out, before those two, there was Bandai released the 1991 Movie Monster Series Godzilla. And I really wanted that figure, but I actually hold off because I think I had my eyes set on other Godzilla figures to collect. And just like, I have I have this guy right here, so it's pretty fine. But I did pass. I did feel bad passing because I really wanted that guy, but I it's fine. It's just like I was able to pass, but then, you know, I think something about me just misses Godzilla figure collecting because I haven't done it in a while. So, and I want to collect other figures besides more MonsterVerse toys. You know, and when I found out that this guy was released, it's like, ooh, I might get him. I might get him. Like, wait, there's a little Godzilla figure, and I just found out that Bandai released a Bandai Movie Monster Series, Godzilla 1994, and I saw that and I was like, I need this figure. Just like, and I thought I was gonna get him, and normally I think this little guy was released right alongside him as like a double release. So, and it just, I wanted to be fair too, because and I wanted another, type of Godzilla figure too, besides Godzilla himself, and this guy pretty much goes with the 1994. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this guy too. But so it's just something about I just needed the new figure because like 1991 looked really nice. Don't get me wrong. I feel bad that I didn't get that one, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. But you know that figure was looked great and all, but like something about 1994 is like chef's kiss. Like I saw that, just like I want that figure. Like I need it badly. Just like the paint, the detail on the figure just looks so good, and just like I want another vinyl Godzilla. It's been a while. So although I do feel bad for passing on 1991, 1991 looks great, but something about 1994 just made me like I need that thing in my hands. I need to own it. And because, don't get me wrong, I like the Heisei Godzilla designs. I like every single one of them. But in my own personal opinion, for me personally, Godzilla's design did get better and better as the series went on. So, but I think all the Heisei Godzilla designs are really dang good. So, like, 1984 is good, 1989 to 1991 and is like really good. 1992 was even slightly more of an improvement. And then, but when we got to 1993 and 1994, and of course Burning Godzilla in 1995, for me, that is just peak Heisei Godzilla right there. But don't get me wrong, 84 is really good. 989, 91, and 92 are awesome. But, and also because Heisei Godzilla is personally my favorite Godzilla. In terms of like, don't get me wrong, I really super like every version of Godzilla. I like every version of Godzilla. Period. I care for Godzilla as a character. Doesn't matter which version it is, but if I had to choose in terms of design wise and a version of the overall character, it probably will have to be Heisei Godzilla because just like Heisei era has a lot of emotional moments, and especially it's Godzilla versus Destroyer too. Just like that made me feel really connected to that version of Godzilla as a character. It made me relate to him. You know, always I always cared for Godzilla as a character, but the Heisei era, something about it, man, it's just where I care for Godzilla as a character the most. But don't get me wrong, to me, I grew up with Showa, Heisei, Millennium. It doesn't matter. It's all Godzilla to me. So, it's the same character, But if I had to do the different versions thing, Heisei barely creeps. It creeps up to the number one top as my favorite version of the character. I like every version of Godzilla, but Heisei's barely my favorite if I had to choose. But it's all Godzilla to me. So And something about, like, 1994, that 1994 figure, man, I needed to get, and because, like, I just wanted it. I wanted that figure. So it just looks so nice. Just like, it's the best looking vinyl figure I've ever seen in a while. Like, a lot of these are good, don't get me wrong. That Godzilla, man, that just looked fire. Just like, I needed to get that. I need to get that. But however, I couldn't find 1994 on Amazon. I only found this guy. So, like, I had to, so I when I can't find something on Amazon, eBay is normally my second option. So I went on eBay, and most of the well, copies of the figure, I guess you could say, like, they are for sale on eBay, but the ones that are close nearby, I think they're really expensive, and the cheaper ones I can find are coming from Japan. So if that guy was on Amazon, he probably would have came right with this guy, but I didn't find him on Amazon. They only had the 1991 figure, which I would have gotten, but it's, I feel like it'll be very weird. I don't know. I wanted it to be, this guy and then the 1994 figure, therefore it's more fitting. So, yeah, there you go. So that guy's gonna take a lot longer, much longer to come in, but I will do an unboxing video when that guy comes in. But for now, meantime, there's this little fella, this little fella, and my goodness, what an amazing, great figure! Like, the detail, I like the cute little spikes, that cute little face. Just, the detail is really amazing. Although I will say one thing though, it does make me wish on these figures they would have painted the under toes nails a little more, but I'm able to let it slide because the detail's already amazing on the top. Like, look at that. Just like, you look at this guy, like, this dude, it looks like this dude just came straight out of the movie. Like, no joke. Like, look at that. Just like, and plus, like, so this guy's so adorable. I really like him, the sounds he makes and that stuff. And um yeah, I just like the articulation. Um Articulation's really good. It's hard to do this with one hand, but both of his hands moves, just like, man, I just can't get over how adorable he is. And look at those eyes, man. Just like, they're just well done. Just like, this is just, I have no complaints besides this, but I'm not a guy who just wants everything to be perfect, though. I'm a guy, like, you try, you give it to me, and I'll accept it. I'll eat it up. So, just like, this is, I have no complaints with this figure. Like, I'm not even bothered by, like, there's no head articulation. Just like, I honestly don't care. Like, this guy is just like a masterpiece of a figure, honestly. His feet can move. Well, let's see if I can get it back in place. Hard to do this with one hand, but yeah. Amazing figure. Let me look at the detail on the bottom. Yeah. A great figure, honestly. Like all 5 stars, honestly. This is amazing figure. If you're Godzilla collecting right now, and if you're getting like Bandai Movie Monster Series, pick this guy up, to have your collection complete, of course. And he's so cute. Look at him. All right. So now, what you're waiting for? One of the things you're waiting for are comparisons. All right. Whoop. All right. Hold on. I need to move my iPhone here. Here we go. Move some things around. Here we go. Now, here is my old Heisei Godzilla. Now, I will tell you one thing: the scaling is not perfect because, like, this guy's way too tall, but I don't mind his size. Plus, as a video maker, I can just do special camera tricks anyway. Whoops, sorry. I'm trying to fix his leg. Plus, as a guy who makes videos, I could do special camera tricks anyway, where I make it look like this guy's like small compared to this dude. You know, but yeah. So here's uh my old Bandai Monster Series Heisei Godzilla. Now it's unaware which version this is supposed to be, but I think this is just like stands for maybe all the Heisei Godzillas. Don't get me wrong, one of my favorite figures in my collection, but I feel like I need an update of this guy, and that's another reason why I'm getting the 1994 figure. Um, I would have gotten 1991 if they haven't come out with with 1994. So don't get me wrong, 1991 looks like a fire figure, but I feel like if you had to get one Heisei figure, whether this guy or the 1984, because there is a Bandai Movie Monster Series 1984, or 1991, I feel like 1994 is the figure you should get, because just that figure just looks fire, and I can't wait till I get that guy in. And when I get him in, I will do an unboxing video and make a comparison with this guy. So, yeah, but for now, we'll have to use this guy for comparison. So, and of course, the scaling's pretty off, but I don't mind this guy's size, but the scaling is pretty off, though. Like, if you look at that, that's like, yeah, this fella's way too tall. But, like, I don't mind his size, though. I don't mind his size. I really like the spikes. Yeah. Well, I just can't get over the detail of this figure. Yeah, but yeah, this guy's size is inaccurate. So I think in the movie, it was more like, although not the exact 1994 figure. You guys will have to wait for that, but we have to use this guy for now. So I think in the movie, it was more like that. I think he was like up to his hip, if I'm not mistaken. So the sizing would be more like that. Like that's more like an accurate size up to his hip. So there you go. There's that guy, and of course there's Space Godzilla. Funny enough, when I brought this guy out, he was all covered in dust. Like, yeah, they're on the shelf, but like, that's like the one thing I don't like about putting them on the shelf is that they collect dust. So, and dust bunnies and cobwebs and that stuff. So, it's not horrible, but it's like, yeah, but it's nice to have them on the shelf though. But here's my Bandai Space Godzilla, and yeah, this guy does need an update. He really does. Um, Not a bad figure. I think it's a good figure. It's a good Space Godzilla figure, but we need a more accurate one since we got this guy who's like 10 out of 10 accurate, and we got the 1994 Godzilla coming in now. Obviously not accurate scale either. It's supposed to be Space Godzilla is actually even supposed to be taller than Godzilla. Okay, it's funny enough. I think in the suits on screen, Space Godzilla is the same size as Godzilla, like that. But according to the plot and like official sizes, Space Godzilla is like 20 meters taller than Godzilla. So it's like it would actually be more like that. So yeah, and I already said that little Godzilla should be up to this Godzilla's hips. That would mean that little Godzilla would be up to this guy's like knees or something like that. So like probably like that. So like would be the scaling. So now I don't have Mogira, so here's just a bonus Mecha Godzilla, my Bandai Movie Monster Series Mecha Godzilla. A great figure, but a problem I do have with this figure though is his size. Because if you think about it, okay, so look at him compared to Godzilla. Godzilla actually is taller than him, slightly taller than him, and I kind of don't like that because in the movie it's supposed to be like this. In the movie, he's supposed to tower over Godzilla like that. That's like the size in the movie. But instead, it's like makes it look like he's supposed to be 20 meters taller than Godzilla, like this, like up to his neck. But in the movie, he's 20 meters like that. But here, from this scale, it kind of looks like Godzilla's actually a couple meters taller than him. So not an accurate scale size. I do wish this figure was bigger. Yeah, he is accurate scale of size with Space Godzilla, though. I'll give him that. He is accurate scale of size. Maybe he should be. He is accurate scale with Space Godzilla since they are supposed to be the same size, apparently, both 120 meters. So he is good scaling with Space Godzilla. Maybe it should be more like eye to eye, like that. It should be more like that. But, anyways, this Mechagodzilla figure is awesome. Don't get me wrong, I really like this Mechagodzilla figure, but I would prefer him to be taller. But a little bonus comparison, these two. Yeah, although not from the same movie, but same era, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, it would be more like, the scaling would be more like that. Yeah, that's what it'd be like. Alright, so that's the scaling, though. Let me just put these guys to the side here. Alright, that's gonna do it for this guy today. So, Little Godzilla, a great Bandai figure, really like him, and he's gonna hold up his tag. So yeah, if you guys are collecting Godzilla figures, get this guy. I highly recommend him. All 5-star figure. Sure, like there's the missing paint under the toenails and the scaling is a little off, but to me, I honestly don't care all that much because like I'm a guy just like, this is already awesome enough. Like, just look at this guy. Just like he looks like he came straight from that tag. Anyways, I don't want this video to drag on again. I will be coming out with another video like right now, like very soon. So without further ado, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thumbs up, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked the video, and if you like the content I do on my channel, don't be shy. Be sure to subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. And as Gunnar Kong Spidey Zilla says, peace out.